If you knew my story, you wouldn't judge me, no. If you knew my story, if you knew my story, baby, you'd understand. All the scars I carry, blood on these hands. From the bottom to the top, I fought through the pain. Lost so many nights, but I rose in the rain. If you knew my story, you wouldn't walk away. You see the fire in my eyes, not just the games I play. If you knew my story, you love me for the glory through the door.
East Atlanta, Santa, ice on my neck like no pole. Came from the trap out, mama cried when the dope sold. Pops locked up, left me with the stove, young and cold. Flipped a quarter to a brick, now my wrist look like gold. They said I wouldn't make it, that when I was broke. Now they beg for features, tryna get a quote. Prison bars couldn't hold me, I broke out the cage. Came home a king, turned the page. Lost my brother to the streets, that pain don't fade. Tattoos tell the tale, every line a grenade. If you knew what I've been through, you wouldn't hate. You salute the real, not the fake that they betray. They see the chains, the cars, the fame, but they don't see the nights I cried in vain. The demons in my head, the walls I wait. If you really knew, you feel my rage.
If you knew my story, baby, you'd understand. All the scars I carry, blood on these hands. From the bottom to the top, I fought through the pain. Lost so many nights, but I rose in the rain. If you knew my story, you wouldn't walk away. You see the fire in my eyes, not just the games I play. If you knew my story, you love me for the glory through the dark and
Gucci, yeah, I turn my pain to profit, that's facts. From felonies to felonies, now flex on flex. Ex-girl try to snake me, now she calling back. But I leveled up, no cap, I ain't looking back. Diamonds dancing like free from the chain. Same way I broke free from the game. They shot at my soul, but I did the flame. Now I'm bulletproof, buried my lane. If you knew the nights, I stayed at the ceiling. Praying God forgive me for the killing, the stealing, the dealing, the hurt I was feeling. You see the villain was your kidney, the healing.
Oh, if you only knew the weight on my chest when the lights go blue. The secrets I keep, the lies I undo. Baby, my heart's been black and blue, but I still rise, yeah, I still choose to love through the storm, to walk in my truth. If you knew my story, you hold me closer, not push me from you.
I built this empire from dirt and grind.
I sang through the tears, don't hurt to rhyme.
We both got stories written in bloodlines.
Survivors of horrors, one of a kind. If you knew my story, baby, you'd understand. All the scars I carry, blood on these hands. From the bottom to the top, we fight through the pain. Lost so many nights, but we rose in the rain. If you knew my story, you wouldn't walk away. You see the fire in our eyes, not just the games we play. If you knew our story, love us for the glory through the dark and gory. You knew my story, you stay. Yeah. Yeah.
If you knew.
If you knew my story, you wouldn't judge me now. If you knew my story.
Yeah. If you knew my story, baby, you'd understand. All the scars I carry, blood on these hands. From the bottom to the top, I fought through the pain. Lost so many nights, but I rose in the rain.
If you knew my story, you wouldn't walk away. You see the fire in my eyes, not just the games I play. If you knew my story, you love me for the glory through the dark and gory.
East Atlanta, Santa, ice on my neck like no pole. Came from the trap out, mama cried when the dope sold. Pops locked up, left me with a stove, young and cold. Flipped a quarter to a brick, now my wrist look like gold. They said I wouldn't make it last when I was broke. Now they beg for features, tryna get a quote. Prison bar can hold me, I broke out the cage. Came home a king, turned the page. Lost my brother to the streets, that pain don't fade. Tattoos tell the tale, every land a grenade. If you knew what I've been through, you wouldn't hate. You salute the real, not the fate that they portray.
They see the chains, the cars, the fame, but they don't see the nights I cried in vain. The demons in my head, the wars I wage. If you really knew
knew my story, baby, you'd understand. All the scars I carry, blood on these hands. From the bottom to the top, I fought through the pain. Lost so many nights, but I rose in the rain.
If you knew my story, you wouldn't walk away. You see the fire in my eyes, not just the games I play. If you knew my story, you love me for the glory through the dark and gory. Gucci, yeah, I turn my pain to profit, that's facts. From felonies to felonies, now blacks on blacks. Ex-girl tried to snake me, now she calling back. But I leveled up, no cap, I ain't looking back. Diamonds dancing like they free from the chains. Same way I broke free from the game. They shot at my soul, but I ducked the flames. Now I'm bulletproof in my lane. If you knew the nights I stayed at the ceiling, praying God forgive me for the killing, the stealing, the dealing, the hurt I was feeling. You see the villain was just a kid needing healing. Oh, if you only knew the weight on my chest when the lights go blue, the secrets I keep, the lies I undo. Baby, my heart's been black and blue, but I still rise, yeah, I still choose to love through the storm, to walk in my truth. If you knew my story, you'd hold me closer, not push me from you.
Gucci, I built this empire from dirt and grind.
I sent through the tears, turn hurt to rhyme.
We both got stories written in bloodline.
Survivors, fighters, one of a kind.
If you knew my story, baby, you'd understand.
All the scars I carry, blood on these hands.
From the bottom to the top, we fought through the pain.
Rihanna, lost so many nights, but we rose in the rain. If you knew my story, you wouldn't walk away. You see the fire in our eyes, not just the games we play. If you knew my story, you love us for the glory through the dark and gory. If you knew my story, you stay.